Welcome to Glocal Voices, the official podcast of the Center for Socially Engaged Theatre at the University of Regina.
Hello and welcome to another episode on Glocal Voices from the Center for Socially Engaged Theatre at the University of Regina. My name is Taiwo Afolabi, the host of the podcast, and I'm really excited that we're at IDIERI 2025 Live and Direct at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, here in British Columbia in Canada. As part of our way to amplify voices and really shed more light on the research within applied theater and drama in education, and of course, in addition to as part of also Festival of Arts and Discourse, we've come down to be able to capture some of the ideas and thoughts and research that applied theater researchers, practitioners, drama and educators, theater for young audience, and the list go on and on, what they are doing. And so in this episode, I have the opportunity to be talking to Jeffrey Tan, who is going to introduce himself shortly. Before that, I just want to give a quick shout out to those behind this, the camera, particularly Gabriel has been the person in charge of the camera since we started. This is another, I think, the 21st episode that we're doing. So special shout out to Gabriel for all the work that he's doing, and to Caleb for the work that he's doing in editing, and of course to Tara, and for Shola and Volta for the support. With that, I want to turn to Jeffrey. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. Do you want to quickly introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi everyone, my name is Jeffrey Tan. I'm from Singapore. I'm a theatre maker, arts educator, and also an arts producer.
Amazing. So, you want to talk about your research with elders and seniors.
That's right.
What are the highlights of the research?
I think the idea here, it's just beginning. Over the last, I would say maybe 6-7 years, I've had the opportunity of working with a group of seniors in Clementi, which is a small town in Singapore. And it's sort of like, when I started, it was really just running storytelling workshops with them. But after that first project, I think there was so much in that experience. I decided to really invest more time and more thought. So that one project became 2 projects, became 3 projects. And also with each project, I'm constantly thinking what's next and how does it benefit and both the seniors and myself. So the first project that we did was called Our Clementi Home, which was very much about the seniors remembering because they've been living there for more than 30 years. So the idea is, how much did they remember of the space? And of course, we also have seniors who've been there for 10, 20, yeah. So they were sort of remembering what Clementi is like now, so that we have a comparison. And of course, those who are there less than 3 years, I sort of asked them, so what would your hope be? So it was quite nice to pull all those together, and I think for the seniors there was a surprise, because a lot of the times, I don't know about elsewhere, but in Singapore when you talk about programs for seniors, they tend to be just about the past. Or they tend to be about, exercise and follow the screen. Very little, I would briefly say, very little cognitive engagement, social engagement. And therefore that excited me. And of course, after they created that little storytelling, what I did was I collaborated with a friend, because for me, I think the arts is not just about, we don't work in silos anymore.
No.
Right, so one of the things that we did was at the final exchange, I had a friend who works with an inclusive choir. So they're made up of people with autism, with Down syndrome, and we did a friendship exchange. So it was a crazy idea, a little experiment, but it worked really well, because I think then the seniors begin to not see themselves as passive participants, but they can also make a difference. And of course, for the Harmony Choir, the Harmony Community Choir, they were also quite excited that, actually people are interested in what we're doing.
That's right.
Yeah, so the second year when I went back, we did this project called Letters of Gratitude or Stories of Gratitude. And again, that was a really moving experience, because I think for seniors to recall and actually acknowledge and who they are grateful to, who they are thankful to. So that was quite interesting. We had a whole range from family members to their first boss. And of course, after that, the third year, which was last year, we did a community singing, which was a mishmash of both projects.
Okay.
And so after all that, I think talking to the center manager and the seniors, they're saying, oh, is there something else beyond just storytelling? So I thought, okay, why don't we experiment with puppets? And so I did 10 weeks of, I would say like a action research of what type of puppets would appeal to them, what they might make. And that went very, very well. And we had more male participants, which is quite rare in Singapore.
Really?
Because most seniors tend to be older women who have a lot of time. But the older men wouldn't want to do theatre or storytelling, right? So by making the puppets, I think it gave them a vocabulary that and a way in to talk to other people in the neighborhood.
Interesting. So through these 7 years of working with seniors, what are the things you've learned about them, but also about yourself?
Oh, I think we need to take time. We are always in a hurry, right? And I think with research, with working with different communities, time is very important, because time allows you to build a relationship that is not once off. And I think that also patience. I think I've learned to really not rush into things. When I was younger, I was always full of ideas and wanting to do this and that. But I think when you hang out with the seniors, you learn to adapt that pace, and which for me is very interesting. So again, instead of rushing to different projects, the idea is also, sort of diving deeper. So with that puppet experience, in fact, when I get back to Singapore this week, we are going to be creating a new puppet show inspired by the Clementi Forest, and the puppets will be made and performed by the seniors.
Wow. Well, as we wrap up this episode, the question I want to ask you is, what are your aspirations?
My inspiration is to keep mapping. I think congratulations to the team for doing this podcast, because a lot of times a lot of things happen, wonderful research, new thinking, new directions. Until we map what's happening, or we document, or we archive, it's all going to be lost.
That's right.
And if you just do a publication, it's great, yes. But if people who are not into reading, then they'll miss it. So congratulations to the team for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Because really, I think, especially coming to IDIERI as well, I think this international network of family, of sharing of practice is very important for our field. Not just for the field, but for the individual artists, researchers, to grow and shift in our thinking. And one final thing I want to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about care, right? And in IDIERI, actually on the very last day, I heard these wonderful presentations. One of the presenters was saying, it's not so much about care, but about kindness. And although it sounds similar, I think there is a difference. And for me, I'm excited by that new perspective. So I'm going to go away and think a little bit more, and how does that apply contextually where I'm coming from.
That's right.
So thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for listening in.
Thank you. Well, we've been talking to Jeffrey from Singapore with his work with it's 7 years of working with the seniors, and of course the work really continues. One thing I want to take from really amazing things he talked about, two things. One is the need that things take time to go deeper. As much as we want to go bigger and wider, we need to go deeper. But the second thing also is the need to continue to map ideas, map the things that are happening on the field, and to go ahead with in the new directions, new perspectives. So thank you so much for joining us in this episode. And this is Taiwo Afolabi signing out.
You have been listening to Glocal Voices, the official podcast of the Center for Socially Engaged Theatre at the University of Regina. For more details about the center, visit www.cset.ca.